everyone. Welcome to today's episode of Candid Kaya. Today, I am here with Marcia Alene, author of No Girlfriends Allowed. We are talking everything dating and relationships, so stay tuned. So hello, Marcia.
Hi, how are you?
Great, thank you for asking. So tell the viewers a little bit about yourself.
My name is Marcia Alene. I am a new author, former NBA cheerleader and philanthropist.
All right. So we have No Girlfriends Allowed. Tell us what that means.
No Girlfriends Allowed is a book that I started 3 years ago. I started writing it because I was questioning the purpose of boyfriend-girlfriend relationships. So, the book starts off with a question I had asked my pastor when I was 14. And I said, what is the purpose of girlfriend-boyfriend relationships? I'm like Genesis to Revelations, and I see nothing but wives and side chicks, no girlfriends. So why is it something I have to do? And the pastor just looked dumbfounded. And I was just like, all right. So that was the question I had at 14. And then after going through 3 serious relationships in my 20s, after that third one and that breakup that felt like divorce in the heart, I don't care about the paperwork. That heartbreak is real. And after that, I said, you know what? Something's got to give. Something is not working. Why have we lost the purpose of dating? And so that's where the book started.
So we're going to break this into 2 parts today. First part is dating. What are some good ways to meet people of the opposite sex?
Good ways to meet people of the opposite sex are to do things that you love to do. So if you like to go to the museum, if you like to go to an open mic event, if you like to go ice skating, if you like to go to the aquarium, whatever it is you like to do, you may bump into someone of the opposite sex. But honestly, environment really does matter. So where you meet someone can't say it does, but it may determine what type of person you meet. I personally do not like to meet people after 10 p.m. I swear, it's something about late nights that just the mind is just a little foggy, So I would say the best places to meet people are to find things you love to do and run into them.
Okay. So, in your opinion, what is a mistake that people can make on a first date?
A mistake that people can make on a first date is not paying attention. If you are distracted, I don't care if you're distracted on your phone or just by the atmosphere, but if you are not paying attention to me, that's a big mistake.
Okay.
I mean, it's our first date. You should be asking me 21 questions.
Mm-hmm. You should have the whole focus.
I am the spotlight. You know what I'm saying? I need you to.
I didn't think about that.
I need eye contact. I need your undivided attention.
Right.
Because if I don't have it, then we have no second date.
And there it is. So why do you think so many young women are still single?
Okay. This can go in a lot of directions. I think the first reason is because we're not the past generations who were marrying just to leave the home. Like our grandparents were marrying at 18, 19, 20 because they weren't, laws were different then, women's rights, things of that nature. I think this day and age, we're more goal-oriented and purpose-focused and purpose-driven. So I think a lot of women are single because we don't want to just settle for a situation.
Right.
I'm not going to be married just to say that I'm married. I don't want to be a wife so bad that I just want the title without the actual connection. So I think that a lot of women are single these days because we actually know what we want and it's okay to vocalize it.
So what is your advice on determining if someone has potential before we invest our time?
Someone having potential. First of all, just the clear signs that you see. Social media is a good or bad thing, but the good thing is you get to see how someone posts. And right there, that determines if you even, confession. I'm attracted to really good men or really, really bad, like the utmost, he's no good for you type of man. So when I see it now, I check myself and I'm like, that's not going to work. You might as well stop before you get started. So when you do see something that's good, then it's up to you to take that time to get to know that person in my book, I talk about I talk about the 10-date theory, and there's this, I guess, statistic that 50% of first dates don't make it to the second date, and 10% make it to the 10th date. So it goes down by 5% each day. So if you can actually make it to 10 dates, you can see if this person is worth your time or not.
Okay, so but you're saying it's definitely not just one date. You can tell all of that.
I mean, the first date you can tell a lot. That's why 50% don't make it to the second date.
Right.
The first date you can tell a lot, but if it's worth going on a second and a third and a fourth, and if you can even make it to the 10th date, then you can see if that person even has a potential in your life. Because a lot of us don't go on a second date. We Netflix and chill, or we end up in a situation where we shouldn't be, when we really should be getting to know each other. And for the men who are like, I don't want to spend all that money, get creative. Go to a park, take pictures with your iPhone, and then go share pictures and say, this is what I found beautiful, and this is what you found beautiful. And find some way to connect. Listen to your favorite music. Stream some music on Pandora. Oh, I like this. Make some playlists. Share something. That's free.
Yes. Groupon got deals.
I mean, this doesn't have to be all this extraness that people make it. You should be getting dating data, get info.
I agree.
Get info on the person, and you'll get enough info date 1, 2, and 3 to see if you want to go on 4, 5, and 6.
All right, now we're going to get into part 2, relationships. So Marcia, tell us how you think a relationship should work.
I think a relationship should work not 50-50, not 80-20, or all these numbers people throw out. I think it should be 100-100. Where you are giving 100% of your time, your energy, and focus on that, and that person is giving you that same full-fledged energy. Because I feel like if you're giving 100% into your passion, your purpose, your relationship, and all this, you have like 0% energy to do anything else.
Right.
So that's how I feel like it should work.
Okay. Tell us about some of your learnings from your past relationships.
I have learned to be intentional. Do not be scared to ask for what you want. Do not be scared to say, this is my intent. Do not be scared to say something because you think you're going to run someone off. Because guess what? If you run them off, they weren't meant to be there.
Amen.
Amen.
What are some mistakes people make in relationships?
I'll say a mistake that some people make is losing themselves in a relationship, where they're so involved and so just taken over by the other person that they forget themselves, and they neglect their own goals and their own health and their own sanity to a degree, where you're so focused on them that you're not focused on yourself. So that's a really big mistake.
So what are your thoughts on long distance relationships?
I think that if it works for you, great. And if it works for some, it doesn't work for others, But if two people are serious in that situation, somebody's got to move. Somebody's packing their stuff up.
Yeah.
Remember that.
Okay. Let's see. All right. So who do you think are more scared of commitment, men or women?
I think that men are not necessarily scared of commitment. They're scared of things not working. So they're more hesitant to commit. And I think women are scared to ask for the commitment, or at least have an adult conversation about it. It's nothing wrong with saying, this is what I want. This is my intent. This is why I want it. So I think men are scared of the commitment not working. Like women think the commitment will scare the man.
Dang. Let it resonate with you for a second. So we all know that relationships endure many obstacles, and breakups sometimes happen at the end of most relationships. So tell us how you've turned your breakups into breakthroughs.
Well, one, you're going to end one of two ways. You're going to get married, or you're going to break up. And once you realize that, it'll probably make the breakup easier, because it's only two ways it can go. But how have I turned my breakups into breakthroughs is honestly finding purpose. And I found it through writing. Writing was my therapy. Writing was the best thing ever, because after those breakups, it can lead into serious depression, and I have had that. And if it wasn't for me writing, and that might be something different from I mean, that could be something different for anyone. It could be dancing, it could be music, whatever it is that you love to do and something that you do every day without thinking about it, or you think about doing every day, but you haven't done it. Those are the things that you love. So, yeah, this is what my breakthrough looks like. I decided to pursue something I was passionate about. I'm passionate about love and relationships, and I took my pain and I made it. I made it into this beautiful purpose. No, I took my pain and I made it my passion.
So Marcia, let's get into some of your advice. All right, so let's say I'm a younger woman and I've just dealt with a serious breakup. What would you tell me?
I would tell you that this moment right here is temporary. It does not last forever. That is the beauty of life. It may suck, it may hurt, cry all you want to, but this moment right here is not forever. And that right there is the light at the end of the tunnel. Because the Lord said, weeping may endure for a night, but joy! Yes, that joy. No, seriously, weeping might last for 3 weeks, 2 months, but no, joy does come. And knowing that is freedom.
All right. So what would you tell women who are feeling the pressure to get married and start a family?
If you're feeling pressured, honestly, I keep talking about purpose, but seriously, when you focus on something that you love to do, it is so fulfilling. And all that other stuff falls into place. Like, I wake up every day with this like I'm finna take over the world mentality. And you can't tell me nothing about it. And if something works or doesn't work in the way, like in the meantime, great. But guess what? I still have my purpose. I still have my passion. I still have my focus. And I'm running right now. So I would say for anybody that's feeling that pressure, that you need to find something that makes you run towards your goals, run towards something. Like, you should be excited to wake up. You won't even be thinking about the pressure at that point. That's just my advice.
Knowing everything that you know now, what would you tell your 20-year-old self?
I would tell my 20-year-old self to run when you see the red flags. Run.
Okay.
You saw it. Go.
All right. So it's kind of like when you hear that whisper, something ain't right.
That unction.
Yeah.
That nauseating, that ain't right feeling. Run.
Okay. What would you tell your 25-year-old self?
Stop making excuses for him. It's really happening.
Yeah, I'm 26. That's valid. Okay. What would you tell your 30-year-old self?
You bomb, girl. You so bomb. Like, you doing it. You doing it for real.
So, Marcia, thank you so much for coming on today's episode. And my last question is just going to be, what is one thing men and women should both consider when looking for a significant other?
I think that men and women should consider their wants and needs, their negotiables and non-negotiables. I think that you should know what you want before even getting into this dating scene, because a lot of people are wasting each other's time because you don't even know what you want. That whole waste his or her time in 2016 is whack. It should be treat him or her right in 2017. Treat her like a queen in 2017. But seriously, though, I think that if you know what you want, when you see it, you'll be able to spot it.
Well, there you have it. Marcia, thank you so much for the interview. Tell everyone how they can keep up with you and how can we buy No Girlfriends Allowed?
No Girlfriends Allowed, once again, is available on nogirlfriendsallowed.com. It's also available Amazon. It's also ebook now for Kindle, Nook, and iTunes.
Okay.
For Christmas Eve. And where else? Yeah, so nogirlfriendsallowed.com. Also for the shirts. We have shirts as well, and we'll be coming out with socks and hats and whatnot.
Okay.
And social media, No Girlfriends Allowed on Instagram, No Girlfriends Allowed, and Marcia Alene on Facebook.
All right. Well, thank you all so much for tuning in. We hope you've learned so much about dating and relationships, and we'll see you next time.
Happy dating.